Good morning, ultimate hustlers and digital empire builders. It is that time for the Cortez Hustle Show. And today we're talking 8 keys to boost your local search engine optimization. If you want to dominate your local market, then you've got to get your local SEO intact. I'm going to give you 8 ways to do that, or 8 things that you should be focusing on to make sure that is a reality for you in your business. So do me a huge favor, comment in the chat where you're from, drop the name of your business and or your brand. Smash that share button, ladies and gentlemen, and let's kick it this morning. Yo, what's up, ultimate hustlers, and welcome to the Cortez Hustle Show, the business podcast for the entrepreneur of the 21st century. And I'm your host, Cortez Hustle. Our goal is to give you a behind-the-scenes look at how the world's greatest hustlers build amazing brands, scale their businesses to incredible heights, sell more, make more, and create mass movements that impact the world. It doesn't matter if you're a seasoned vet or you're sitting on the sidelines with aspirations to one day unleash your inner hustle. This show will provide the insights into how pure grit, determination, and hard work has morphed into some of the most iconic brands and personalities and how they are moving the culture forward. You'll get a mix of solo shows featuring yours truly, as well as interviews and content from other hustlers that I either know personally or I've learned from or whose grind I've come to know and respect. And you'll also get exclusive recordings from our membership called Monetize My Life Academy, which you can check out at monetizemylifeacademy.com. That's a program where we go live every month with some of the best hustlers on the planet, sharing best practices on how we all can explode our brands with advanced branding and marketing tactics, business development strategies, and financial game planning necessary to build the empires we all desire. Again, that's at monetizemylifeacademy.com. If you like today's episode, chances are the hustlers you're connected to will like it as well. Share it with those in your network. And when you do, use hashtag Cortez Hustle so I can see you and hopefully give you a shout out and share you in my stories. So check out today's episode and make sure you subscribe to the feed on your favorite podcasting networks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Cortez Hustle Show. I am, of course, your host, Cortez Hustle, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur, coming to you live and direct from the Local Biz Marketing Pro studios right here in St. Louis, Missouri. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you're a local service-based business and you're looking to expand your online presence, then you, my friend, want to connect with localbizmarketingpros.com. We want to help you optimize your online presence, increase your lead flow, grow your revenue so that you can expand your operation and ultimately contribute more to your local community. localbizmarketingpros.com. Welcome to the show today. Today, we're talking 8 keys to boost your local search engine optimization. If you know anything about online presence, then your search engine optimization for your local area must be highly optimized in order for you to compete with the national brands. That is the key for small local businesses. Otherwise, the national brands will literally run you out of town. So we're going to be talking about those 8 key things. But before I do that, I want to make sure that you comment in the chat the name of your business and or your brand. Smash that share button. If you already follow the show and you know that we're going to drop some value on you, then why don't you share the show or tag 3 or 4 entrepreneurs that you know that will benefit from today's show. A couple quick announcements before we get the show started. For those of you who are wondering about how to best use social media to grow your business and or your brand, we are doing a live webinar tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time called The Ultimate Content Marketing Formula. How do you use content to attract to you highly targeted and qualified leads and prospects? So I'm putting a link to that in the show notes and in the comments as well. Again, that's tonight, July 21st, 2022 at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And watch this. Even if you have a conflict with that schedule, go ahead and register anyway, because A, everybody who registers will get some free tools and resources. B, when you register, you will automatically get the replay of the actual training the following day. We're going to have fun. It's going to be live. It's going to be interactive. I'm actually going to challenge you to do the stuff that we're talking about in the training while you're on the training. So it's going to be super, super dope. We call it a working workshop where we actually get some work done and not just me sit and talk and lecture, because I'm actually going to be doing the work right before your eyes as well. So check it out. Also, do not forget that if you love and want to support the show, Facebook is allowing us influencers to monetize our content through stars. So I'm gonna put a link in the comments also for you to go out to Facebook's website. You buy these stars, and then when your favorite influencer is live, you can give them stars. Facebook converts the stars to money, and they give that money to us. So that's another great way to support your local influencers or the people that you follow, and they are giving you value and you just don't know how to bless them. Well, that's one of the ways that you can bless them. So as we get ready to get the show started, y'all know how we do every morning. We kick the show off with a quote of the day. And today's quote says this: "It's possible to finish something before you start. In fact, it would be a bit foolish to start before you finish." That is from the legend Jim Rohn. What are you talking about, Cortez? How can you finish something before you start? Well, it's called planning, people. And I am learning this right now in my own business and everything that I do. I have always been a creative thinker. I have always been a visionary. I've always been able to see where I want to go and where I want to end up and how things are to turn out. But you know what? You got to take it a step further and go beyond just seeing it. And you got to start putting that stuff down on paper, right? You have to finish the project on paper before you even start the actual work, right? See it all the way through to the end, write it out, then start doing the action step by step by step by step, right? You literally have to go into the future, see yourself with or as the person that you are trying to become, with the things that you want to have, doing the things that you want to be doing. See yourself doing those things, experience it in your subconscious mind, write those things out, those thoughts out, and then, ladies and gentlemen, you have to go to work. So I'm gonna read it one more time. It's possible to finish something before you start. In fact, it would be a bit foolish to start before you finish. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a quote from the legendary Jim Rohn. And that is the quote of the day right here on the Cortez Hustle Show, brought to you by Local Biz Marketing Pros. Go to localbizmarketingpros.com if you want to optimize your online presence, increase your lead flow, and grow your revenue. They can help. localbizmarketingpros.com. So today we're talking 8 keys to boost your local SEO and dominate your local market. It does not happen any other way, ladies and gentlemen. You are not competing with national brands, online boutiques, if you are not optimizing your content for search rankings in the local search. So let me drop the link to this article. You guys can go and get all of the complete details yourself. We're going to read a good bit of this article today, but there's some things that I won't probably get to. And also, these articles are dope because they always link to other resources, right? So you can certainly benefit from going to these links and these articles yourself. I'm also going to put a link in here to our local business marketing checklist, right? Because this can help you understand what your marketing process, what your marketing program should look like, whether you hire someone like Local Biz Marketing Pros or you are already have someone that you're working with. This will give you some intel to take to them and say, hey, How are we looking on these different aspects of our marketing program? So 8 keys to boost local SEO. And if you're new to the digital world, SEO stands for search engine optimization, right? There's a way that you can optimize your websites, your Google My Business profile, your Facebook and Instagram, all of your social profiles, so that when people are looking for what you have to offer, then Google, Yahoo, and Bing, the major search platforms, will offer up your website, will offer up your business page on Facebook, will offer up your Twitter feed to help bring traffic to you because you're doing them a favor. When someone searches on Google, Google has made a commitment to provide the best customer experience for their customers, meaning they want to deliver fast results. They want those results to be relevant, and they want that experience for their customer to be great. So if your website loads fast, if your website has relevant content that matches a search query, then Google will serve your content up and provide for you free exposure, potentially free leads. But a lot of small businesses don't understand the power in building a solid online presence, and primarily because they think it's expensive, right? Well, it might be expensive not to, right? It might, in fact, be so expensive not to do some of these things that it costs you your business overall. So let's look into this article by Carlos Arnavat. I believe it's how to say his last name. Here's something that I found very interesting. And one of the reasons that I got into expanding my digital marketing agency, I primarily use my digital marketing skills to help coaches and consultants grow their brands online. But in October of 2021, I expanded it to include small local service-based businesses because I see them as the foundation of the U.S. economy that they are, but they also provide opportunities to provide jobs to our young people. They also are more likely to donate to local causes and charities, and they just help build the fabric of our local economies. But they're struggling in this battle against national brands, a lot of them because they don't understand marketing. They think it's too expensive to bring in a marketing expert. And I'm here to tell you that it's too expensive not to, y'all. So here's an interesting thing that this article pointed out, and I saw it on another article as well. Did you know that over 1/3 of small businesses still don't have a website at all? That to me is amazing. According to one study, however, nearly 60% of these small business owners actually want to have a website. They just don't. They think it costs too much to get a website set up. And one of the things that we offer at Local Biz Marketing Pros is a triple optimized website at a very affordable price, right? Won't cost you $10,000 to get a highly optimized, functional, loading fast website. We actually have a website lease program where you can pay a down payment and you just kind of pay a small monthly fee so that you don't have to come off 10, 12, 15,000 up front, right? So stop thinking you can't afford a solid website. You absolutely can, right? But they stop short because they're overwhelmed with the complicated process of building one either themselves, or they think it's too expensive to hire someone to build one for them. Having a basic website and web presence is better than nothing at all. If you got a website up and running for your business, you're already doing better than a lot of others, right? But if you want to drive as much traffic to that site as possible, you'll need to follow local SEO best practices, right? Local SEO lets customers who are looking for a nearby solution find your business, right? So if you are a service-based business that provides a service within a local geographic service area, then this is particularly important for you. For instance, if you are a local plumber, roofer, uh, landscaper, right, doctor, dentist, attorney, and you're focusing on a local service area, maybe a particular city, maybe a particular county, maybe you only service a particular state. People are searching on Google, Yahoo, and Bing all day, every day. And you know what they have the tendency to put with their search? They always put the phrase near me. Why is that significant? Because if you are a local plumber and my drain is clogged, I'm going to search for plumbing services near me, drain services near me, right? And if your web presence does not include geotags like the service area that you provide services to, the counties, the cities, right, that you service, Google is not going to see your website as relevant as being a solution near me because nothing on your website says the city that you serve, right? This is powerful for local businesses. I know when we take our businesses online, we tend to think about serving everybody. That's cool, but make sure that you are serving your local community as well. I'm literally in the process of redoing my website now, adding a St. Louis page, a Florissant page, a Hazelwood page, a St. Charles page, a St. Peter's page. Why do I need all of those different pages? Because when someone searches for a digital marketing agency near me, I want them to know that we serve all of those areas, right? So, what are some things that you could do to help you dominate more locally, even if you are building a national brand? Obviously, I do digital marketing services. I can do this for companies all over the world, and that's cool. But there's unique opportunities when you build a local home base, right? So I want to make sure that yes, people all over the country can hire us because these services are done virtually. You can be in Alaska with your business, and I can build a website for you in Alaska, right? But I want people in St. Louis to know they've got a hometown hero that can help them with their digital marketing. And it creates other opportunities like speaking engagements, networking, and a whole host of things that's required for you to build a solid business. So, number one on the list, and y'all have heard me talk about this a lot lately, and I'm going to keep pounding it, right? If you're going to dominate your local search market, you've got to create a Google business profile, people. Google has created an entire suite of tools specifically for local small businesses. An entire suite of tools, and guess what? These tools are free, right? If you're starting with local SEO, you're probably wondering how to get your business on Google. If you do nothing else to boost your local SEO, you want to create a Google business profile listing. If you do not know how to do this, I have a free Google My Business training guide that I will provide. Just comment GMB and I will send you the link to go and grab that free guide. You have to do this. By doing this, you are basically listing yourself on the yellow pages of the internet. That's how you have to look at it. Like Google My Business is like the yellow pages of the internet. On top of that, this is one of the top factors that influence local SEO. It isn't complicated to set up a Google My Business profile. What is important though is that your profile is 100% completed. So if you need that guide to walk you through it, let me know. I'll make sure you get it. You want to make sure that you fill out all of every field you can to have a 100% complete profile. Because again, what is Google after? Google is after providing the best user experience possible. And when someone searches for a product or service that you offer and they put the phrase near me, one of the first things Google robots are going to do is they're going to crawl your GMB profile to see if it's complete. They're going to crawl your website to see if your website loads fast. Does it have relevant content? Because they only want to deliver the best of the best. And the only way they know that your business, your profile, your services are the best of the best is based on how you have your Google My Business profile set up and your website, right? So some of the other Google Business benefits of Google My Business, spend some time on creating a great business description, right? Listing out the products and services you offer, publishing frequent and engaging posts, get more reviews on your Google My Business page, and frequently asked questions and answers. These are all things that your profile should have to not only just make it complete, but also get it to perform a lot better. So the first step in dominating your local market and building out local SEO or search engine optimization for your local area is setting up your Google My Business profile. And believe it or not, some of you guys may have a Google My Business profile that you have not claimed yet, because other people can set up your profile for you. Google can set up your profile for you, and the information might be all wrong. Your hours of operation might not be set right. So that's step number one, and starting the process of dominating your local area. So we're going to continue this list, but right now, we got to get into some 1 minute motivation. If you're new to the Cortez Hustle Show, 1 minute motivation is where we play a short motivational clip, usually 60 to 90 seconds or so. I'm going to ask for you to comment on the video yourself. I'm going to give a couple takeaways. Then, of course, we got to shout out our sponsor. So let's get ready to get into some 1 minute motivation right here on the Cortez Hustle Show.
So recognize the excuses are not valid. They aren't. They're trumped up. They're conjured up. They're fabricated. They're lies. And how do you stop the lies? You stop the lies with the truth. The truth. The truth will set you free. The truth will stand, and the truth will deliver you from procrastination and laziness and the downward spiral that comes with a lack of discipline. So don't believe the lies, believe the truth. And the truth is, you have time. You have the skill, you have the knowledge and the support and the willpower and the discipline to get it done. So cast out the lies, burn them down, and listen to the truth. Then live the truth and go out and get it done.
Decide that you're going to face it, that whatever shortcomings you have, that you're going to strengthen yourself there. Whatever training that's required, that you're going to go get that training, that you're going to get started right now. And George Washington Carver would say, do what you can, where you are with what you have, and never be satisfied.
Hoo-wee. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if that moved you in the way that it moved me, but listen, I've decided to look at excuses in a completely different light, right? I want you to think about that. He said, excuses, you got to call them what they are. They're lies, right? Brian Woods, good morning, brother. I see you. Welcome to the stream this morning. Excuses or lies, right? They're lies. And even if there is some truth to the excuse, we tend to spew excuses as if we can't do anything about them to make them go away. So for instance, if you need a college degree to execute on the fulfillment of your dream, one would say, man, I want to do this, but I don't have a degree, as if there is no way on God's green earth for you to go get a degree. Right? And we would let that literally stop us. We would say, hey, I want to start a business, but I don't have any experience, as if there is no way to go get said experience. But most of the time, our excuses are just lies. I don't have time. Get up 30 minutes earlier and go to bed 30 minutes later, and you just added an hour a day to your life. See, it's not about you not having the time. It's about your unwillingness to take the time. What do I mean, take the time? See, your time is allocated in other places, right? So you have to take time from sleep and put it towards your dream. You might have to take time from leisure activities and put it towards your dream. You might have to take time from other places in your life temporarily to put them towards your dreams and goals, right? When you acknowledge that the excuses are actually lies, then you position yourself to be delivered from procrastination, lack of discipline, and laziness. Call a spade a spade. It is what it is. You are not doing this thing because you don't want it bad enough. Because every one of us can start where we are with what we have, and that is enough. Start where you are with what you have and know that that is enough. So that is 1 minute motivation right here on the Cortez Hustle Show, brought to you by our good friends over at L&A Property Services. Tomorrow, I've got Latoya and Alex Cobbs on the show. This couple out of Chicago is literally building an empire from junk, and they're going to tell you all about it. So make sure y'all come back tomorrow and hang out with your boy. So we're talking local business SEO. If you have not already done so, comment the name of your business and or your brand. Let us know what it is that you do. You never know who might want to connect with you. Also, make sure you tag at least one other entrepreneur in today's episode. Chances are they need this help, right? We're looking at Studio C5. The actual link to this article is in the comments. So we're talking 8 things that you need to do and focus your attention on if you're a local service-based business to dominate your local market. Number 1 is you got to set up your Google business profile. They say Google My Business is like listing yourself in the yellow pages of the internet. Now, some of y'all don't even know what I'm talking about when I say yellow pages, right? It's been so long since yellow pages were an actual book that was delivered to our house every year, and it listed the name, address, and phone number of every business in every city. Yellow pages, right? It's amazing. But Google is like Google My Business Profile, what they call GMB, is like listing your business in the yellow pages of the internet. Now, the internet is global, right? And this is why some local businesses struggle to compete with national brands and global brands, global conglomerates, right? Because the internet is global. So what you have to do is increase your chances of showing up, not in cities and states that you don't serve, but concentrate your efforts in making sure that you show up when people in your city are searching for what you have to offer. Number two, right? Put your location in strategic parts of your website. It isn't enough to have your location listed only on your website. You need to strategically place your location information to help boost your SEO, right? See, a lot of times we will make sure that our address is in the footer or maybe the header of our website, right? But we also have other places on our website to insert that, right? So I talk about being a national digital marketing agency based out of St. Louis, right? If you go to Local Biz Marketing Pros, you will see that's how I describe our business, right? I want people to know, so if someone lands on my website that's not in St. Louis, I want them to know that we can serve people all over the country, all over the globe. But I also want to put that geo tag so that when someone in St. Louis is searching for a digital marketing agency near me, then they see that they have a local hometown hero that can help them with their solution. So when a page lists information about your services or your products, you'll want to make sure that your location is listed in 5 particular places: the headings, the body copy, the title tag, the meta description, and the footer, right? When it's relevant, it can also be a good idea to put the URL location, right? So when you're creating content for your website, remember that Google is trying to serve up the best user experience to people who are searching for information. And if I put in the search near me, then they want to bring up the websites that are relevant, that presents the businesses that are closest to that geographic location, but also has the most relevant information on their website and will provide a good experience. That's why load speed of your website is so important. Google knows how fast your website will load. And if your website loads slow, you're going to be ranked not on the first page, maybe not even on the 10th page, because Google don't want to send their customer to your website to have a bad experience. So number 2 on the list is make sure you are strategically placing your location in multiple spots throughout your website, right? Number 3, make sure you're using the right keywords. If you're just tuning in, we're talking about how to increase your chances of being ranked on the top page of Google, the first page of Google for your local service, right? The first page of Bing and Yahoo for your local market. You are not going to compete with these national brands if you're not doing some of these local SEO tactics, right? You're just not. They have way too much money and other resources to invest. So in order for you to win this game, you got to be very, very strategic. When you're using keywords as part of your local SEO, you must be using the keywords that people are actually using when they perform searches, right? And this is important because as a local small business, you can have an edge because you know the local vernacular of what people are searching for based on maybe some of the slang terms that they are using to search for, maybe some of the synonyms and homonyms that people use to describe certain things. Your local affiliation with the community can give you a strategic advantage in how you can rank for certain keywords that a national brand wouldn't even know to rank for. To find out what people are searching for, you can perform keyword research. There are tools available online such as Ahrefs are our favorite, and SEMrush. That Ahrefs or SEMrush are two platforms that you can use that provides keyword research tools. Google, when you set up your Google My Business profile, they're going to give you access to their Google Keyword Planner, which is a free tool that you can access, and it kind of helps you understand what people are searching for and give you an estimated number of how many people are actually searching for certain keywords, right? This can also give you a sense of how much competition there is for ranking for different keywords. Doing keyword research can help you find keyword phrases that are frequently searched and not impossibly competitive to rank for. Like when you do keyword research, sometimes you can plug in what you know people are searching for. And then all of these tools also have a feature that says, also suggest some keywords that people are searching for that I may have never thought of, right? And then you can use other tools to combine keywords with location to exponentially explode the amount of keywords that you can be using in your website, in your Google My Business profile, even in your social media posts, right? I'm gonna show y'all this real quick. Let me show y'all. Right, so I'm gonna go and open up a incognito window, right? And I want to show you something. I don't want to invite nobody. I want to share my screen. All right, so I'm just going to do a search on Local Biz Marketing Pros. Now, Local Biz Marketing Pros is the new brand, right? The company used to operate under the official business name, Thornton Online Marketing LLC. But if I just search for Local Biz Marketing Pros, let's just see what comes up, right? So obviously, these are the ads, right? But if I scroll down, so you'll see right here, St. Louis Local Biz Marketing Pros, right? But do you notice what comes up next? Is my Facebook page. See, a lot of times people don't see Facebook as a tool. They think, hey, it's just social media. No, this is another opportunity for you to have another asset that will rank when someone is looking for what you have to offer. Look at this. Google, YouTube. I have a YouTube channel for Local Biz Marketing Pros, right? That's another online asset that gives me the ability to show up. Also, I have Local Biz Marketing Pros on Twitter, right? So these are different assets that will help people find you when they're looking for you, right? This is critical, right? So I just wanted to show you guys that because some people will discount the use of social media, right? I want as many assets on the internet as I can have that will help people find my business, right? So let me just recap the first three. We're talking local SEO. How do you optimize your online assets for search rankings? Meaning when someone is searching for what you have to offer, how do you put yourself in the best position to be found by them on these major search platforms? Google, Yahoo, Bing are the three big dogs, and Google has about 90% of the market share, right? Number one, create your Google My Business profile. Number 2, and if you don't have or know how, comment GMB, and I'll send you the link to get our free GMB training guide that will show you how to set everything up. Number 2, put your location in strategic parts of your website. That is critical, right? And not just your main location headquarters. Like in St. Louis, there is St. Louis City, but then just west of St. Louis City, there is St. Louis County, which is made up of roughly 50 small cities and municipalities, right? So the city that I actually live in is called Florissant. Well, I should have a page for local biz marketing pros on my website that speaks to how we help businesses in Florissant, right? Number 3, make sure you're using the right keywords. You can do some keyword research with a bunch of free tools. There's some cool paid tools out there as well. Number 4, this is powerful. Encourage customers to write online reviews. Online reviews, right? I keep talking about Google because Google is the big dog. You satisfy and please Google, then you will rank on those other platforms as well. You provide a valuable service or product to your community. And for that reason, you have a long list of happy, regular customers. These customers are priceless when it comes to promoting your brand to others in the region. And the best way to utilize their loyalty to your company is to encourage them to write reviews online. Or I like to say, you've got to fight for reviews, man. Literally, you've got to fight for reviews. Because people don't just typically go out of their way to report when they have a positive experience. But you know what they will do? When they have a negative experience, they can't wait to go blast you all over social media and write negative reviews. So you got to fight for those positive reviews. One of the ranking factors for Google is reviews. Remember, I keep saying this because I want you to get this. Google has made a commitment to make sure that they optimize user experience. Because what is Google doing? When someone searches for information, Google is basically recommending your content as a solution to that query, right? So what they want to make sure that they do is they send people to the best options available. How do they know that you're the best? Is because your site might have 40 reviews and another similar company that does something similar in your industry might have 400 reviews. So they're going to send that person's website ranked above yours if they have the other factors in place. So it's worth the battle. One of the things that we provide at Local Biz Marketing Pros is a reputation management platform to all of our customers. It's included in our basic package. Every one of our packages includes reputation management. At a push of a button, you can send your customers a text and ask them for a review. If you know you just did a good job for them and they're saying, hey, how satisfied they are, push a button and send them a quick link. It takes less than 2 minutes for them to leave you a positive review. You've got to have reputation management marketing system ingrained in everything that you do. Your reputation online is everything. You got to constantly be improving it. You got to constantly be showing how reputable you are. And guess what? If I go to look at Thornton Online Marketing, we do not have as many reviews as we have satisfied customers. So what does that say to people who might want to hire us? It says they must not be that good. So I've got to fight for my reviews so that it matches my reputation. Now, what's cool is we don't have any negative reviews at all. But
the amount of reviews that we have is small because we haven't done the best job at fighting for our reviews, right? There are many different ways to encourage customers to write and leave reviews for your brand. You can have your staff ask customers for their feedback, engage with reviews that already exist on your business online, give them an interactive incentive to leave a review. A note, if you go this route, you are incentivizing reviews in general, not just good reviews. And utilize surveys, right? So Google shuns against, hey, I'll give you 50% off your next order if you leave me a good review on Google. But you can say, hey, go out there and leave me an honest review and we'll give you a gift card, right? And as long as they're leaving an honest review and it's not swayed by you in any way, that's okay. Number 5, if you're just tuning in, we're talking how to dominate in your local community for your business, right? We get online and a lot of the things that we have online does not point to our location and the great works that we do in our local community, right? Optimize local SEO with local content. It is common for SEO marketing to revolve around non-local content. While it's not a bad idea to engage with a wider audience and receive more traffic to your website from non-local individuals, this isn't necessarily where you want to focus. Creating local content can help maximize your content marketing efforts to produce more high quality leads in your service area. So for instance, if we use plumbers, for instance, right? A plumber can write an article on their website about checking your drain, right? Checking your sewer system that leads from your house to the street. But a St. Louis plumber can write about the fact that here's why, as a St. Louis resident, you need to be checking your plumbing. St. Louis is an older city. The plumbing used originally was clay piping. St. Louis has a lot of older trees, and those older trees got roots that expand wide distances, and those roots can penetrate through the clay sewer drains and cause sewer seepage in your yard, right? See, it's one thing to write about sewer drains, but it's another thing to write about sewer drains from a St. Louisan's perspective and tying it in locally, right? Because that's relevant to me. I live in St. Louis. If I lived in the city of St. Louis, then I know how crazy that is, right? And that makes me think, oh, this plumber is an expert at plumbing in St. Louis because they understand the age of our city, right? You can create content that revolves around events in your industry or local news. You can also incorporate local keywords into more general topics related to your products and or services. Number 6, optimize your site for mobile. Optimizing your site for mobile is really important for having good SEO in general. In particular, it's even more important when it comes to local SEO. Why is that? Google's own statistics point to the fact that roughly 1/3 of mobile searches are location related. I'm on my cell phone, I'm in my car, I'm hungry, so I type in Black-owned restaurant near me. Right? That's location related because I'm in the car. I'm trying to find somewhere to go and grab a bite to eat. And when I pull up your website, if it looks horrible on my phone, do you think I'm going to your restaurant to eat? Right? When your site doesn't work well on a smartphone or other mobile devices, you're likely losing a good number of potential customers. Using an unoptimized site for mobile devices is frustrating, impractical, and not particularly confidence inspiring, right? If your site isn't optimized for mobile, your potential customers are likely moving on to a local competitor's website whose site functions properly on their mobile device. That, ladies and gentlemen, is huge, right? Number 7, if you're just tuning in, we're talking about how your local business can dominate the internet with local SEO. SEO is an acronym for search engine optimization. How do you optimize your online presence for the search engines to find your content and deliver that content when someone is searching for a product or service that you offer in your local area? Does you no good if you're a plumber in St. Louis for your website to be popping up when someone in Maine is searching for drain cleaning? You want to be found when someone in St. Louis, someone in Florissant or in Ferguson or in Hazelwood or in South County, North County. You want to be found when these local people are searching because you can actually service them. Number 7, submit your website to local directories. Google My Business is not the only business directory on the internet. Many different directories help people find local services, and you should make sure you're listed on all of them, right? What are some of the local directories? Angie's List, for instance, which is now called Angie, right? Foursquare, Bing Places, YP.com. There's a lot of directories depending on the industry that you're in. There are local directories specific to industries, right? One of the services that we provide, if you do not have local directories, if you're not listed in local directories, then we have a service that will get you in 100 of the most relevant directories to your business industry, and we maintain those records and those listings, and we make sure that you stay up to date, right? It's a service that we have. And then what's cool about it is if something changes about your business, you go into one place and you make that change, and then it gets updated across all of the directories. It's dope, right? Make sure that you are in as many directories as possible. One of the main reasons is those directories do a great job of building their own individual online presence, and they have what's called authority. And whenever your website has other authoritative websites linking back to your website, it boosts your website's authority. So if you are in 100 directories, that means if they're good authoritative directories, then now you have 100 links linking back to your website, which boosts your website authority. Just a thought. Last but not least, number 8, keep your NAP information up to date. Your NAP information is your name and place information, right? Name, address, phone number. That's what NAP stands for. It's vitally important that this information is consistent across the web. Google will notice inconsistent information across the web, which will raise red flags that your business is not legitimate. Wow. That's one of the reasons that we offer that directory listing service. Because we will, once you put your information into our system, we'll make sure that it is consistent across the board. And people don't understand little things like, if instead of putting ST period LOUIS, across all the platforms. And some of the platforms, it says ST period LOUIS. Other platforms, it says SAINT LOUIS. Those are two different listing entries that causes inconsistencies. Having DR period for drive versus spelling out drive. Do you know how you show up in all of these different places? Right? So making sure that you have consistency across all of these different places. If you end up moving your business, which I am in the process of changing locations, right? Opening a new location or getting a change in telephone number, make sure to correct this information everywhere it is listed. This means your website, your social media pages, your local directories, and more. That, ladies and gentlemen, concludes our list of the 8. The link to this article is there. There's a ton of resources that you can connect to on this article as well. I also want to offer you a free website audit and marketing strategy session. Go to localbizmarketingpros.com. You'll see that you can download that checklist. I put that link in the comments. That checklist will also lead you to our calendar where you can book your free strategy session. Take a quick audit. We'll look at your website. We'll run some tests. We'll see where you stand, and we'll create a game plan for you. And if you hire us, we'll execute that game plan for you. If you don't, we'll give you the plan so you can take it to your own marketing people and they can execute it on your behalf. So when it comes to growing your business, right? The internet is a big, big, big place, but you can shrink it down to hyper focus on the service areas that you actually do business in, right? Some of us are trying to go global and not enough people in our own city know who we are. Yours truly included. Like St. Louis is a big city. Between St. Louis County and St. Louis City, and we look at the region that makes up this metropolis, I think it's 3.2 million people between St. Louis City, St. Louis County, St. Charles County, Washington County, some of these other counties that surround the area where I can drive to any of these places within an hour, right? That's 3.2 million people. If I look at my goals for my business, I don't need more than 200 customers to meet all of my goals, right? That's 200 out of 3.2 million. In my case, 200 out of 190,000, because there's 190,000 small businesses in the region, right? I just need 200 customers. And when you understand that, then you don't have to always go after trying to build a national brand. Just serve your local community, but set your online systems up in a way that you can dominate the local search. And there's a lot of ways that you can do that. We want to help you. Check out localbizmarketingpros.com. The link is in the description for you to download our checklist, which gives you a broken down checklist that looks like this if you decide to print it out. But also, we email you links to the videos that support this checklist. So there's the checklist, the written checklist, and then there's a video breakdown of each one of the sections on the checklist. So I appreciate you guys all for tuning in. Remember, tomorrow, if you want to see this couple out of Chicago that's building an empire from junk, I want you to show back up here, same time, same place tomorrow. And we're going to talk to the Cobbs about their L&A property services business. So until I talk to you then, I want you to get your money up because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every single one of you. Now hustle up. But you've got to overcome fear if you're going to win.
You're tuned into the Cortez Hustle Show. Please like and subscribe.